So as you guys know, a wise man once said, you gotta be positive, and my boy Magical Johnson is as positive as they come. Yo, that sounds crazy, but you know what I mean. Magic Johnson is the new GOATS card in my team, and if you guys could do me one big favor, like the video for that extra good luck, because I do want to get my hands on Magical Johnson right here. Also, tell me who your starting point guard is, because with the new set of players, obviously the market is going to change. We're getting more packs, more players, you know, the typical stuff in 2K, even though there's going to be some free stuff as well, and hopefully 2K does update it, because I have a feeling, you know, they're kind of due for something big, obviously. But when it comes to GOAT cards, with the new updates, they are going to keep getting cheaper and cheaper. However, though, do not fall for the trap, okay? Because 2K right now wants to get as much money as they can before 2K26. So even though GOAT cards are starting to, you know, get cheaper and cheaper, this is still not the cheapest they're going to be. So you want to hold, okay? Hold that MT, be big brain. You guys know already I ended up selling everything on my main accounts. I would advise you guys to do the same thing, because with the new updates, we are getting new players. We should be getting a new agenda as well, even though when it comes to Magic, you know, he does have the Invincible. I actually have his event card on the main accounts. Right now, I'm still on the No Money Spent account because I'm trying to upgrade this team, as you guys saw the previous video. But Magical Johnson right here, he is going to be 6'9", obviously getting the GOAT treatment, so 40 legend badges, 99 everything. They'll probably change his jumper or something, but if you already have the Invincible, I think you'll be fine, and if you don't, then, you know, I still wouldn't really go too crazy over Magical Johnson, at least not until 2K goes all in, which, you know, is going to happen in the next 10 days, right? So Magic Johnson, you know, he's getting the GOAT treatment like I mentioned. Now, we should also be getting a new updated agenda, which, of course, at the moment, it is the best of my team. You know, Super Pack up in here, which, you know, if you want to do, you can still do. This is obviously going to expire with the new updates. For when I'm recording this video, it's going to be 18 hours, 38 minutes, and 53 seconds. I'm really hoping, because this is actually the final best of my team updates, you know, for the year. I'm hoping they make it a box. You know, they obviously changed the packs previously to guaranteed GOATS players and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping, like, if they give us a free 10-pack box of super packs, that would be a big fat W. I doubt it. It'll probably just be another best of my team, you know, pack. But let me show you guys the players and also what 2K said, as well as everything else that you need to know. And bang! So take a look at that right there. We got George Gervin, we got Paul Millsap, and we got Jared Allen. I gotta say right now, that is the most random set of players I think 2K has ever released outside of Magical Johnson, because, you know, Magic always gets a card. Now, most important thing right here is, look at this. Best of my team super packs are back for one final week. So this is actually the final week. This is what I mean. Don't fall for the trap, okay? I'm most likely going to open them because I'm going to bring you guys a video. But when it comes to you guys, when it comes to everybody else, just don't even bother, because with this being the final week, now this is the final week of best of my team packs, right? Because we should be seeing in season 8 super packs, we should be seeing obviously the season 9 and so on, which obviously you guys can see, you know, 10 days like I mentioned earlier. So don't go too crazy with these packs, but this definitely will drop the market a little bit more. The market's not going to fully tank until they release the guaranteed regular GOATS packs, because these are going to give you guaranteed GOATS toppers, guaranteed GOAT cards that you can get, but that's going to be $100. And if you wait, probably, you know, the next few days, no matter what, it's coming out before the, you know, either season 9 or right before season 9. Obviously, that's left to be seen, because 2K right now, as you can see, they're trying to get as much money before 26. So with GOAT Magic Johnson, Paul Millsap, you know, Allen, and George Gervin, I mean, you know, he can play point guard. Hey, another player that can play point guard. Even though, why couldn't Kawhi play point guard? That's kind of weird, because they're both, I don't know, that's kind of strange. Is that not strange? Because when it comes to George, he's like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't think anybody, like, I don't think everybody needs to play point guard. I just find it funny how, like, sometimes some players can and then some players can't. You know what I mean? So 6'7", you know, for example, I'll just give you, like, I mentioned earlier, like Kawhi, like his GO card. You know, like, why can't he play, you know, point guard? 6'7" also. I just don't get I don't get it. You know what I mean? And then with Allen, I think Allen's going to be like a cheap, affordable center if you do need, obviously, you know, a power forward center. I think he'll be okay. You know, 6'9". You know, you know, can he play small forward? No, he's center power forward. Really? He's going to be more than cheap. I don't think he's going to have any value. I definitely wouldn't pick him up. And then Paul Millsap, you know, yeah, it's really just going to be Magical Johnson when it comes to this update, which I definitely want to get, you know. But Paul Millsap right here, he's going to get that invincible treatment, and he's going to be, you know, a 6'8" up in here. Now, he had the out of position card, and this one can play also shooting guard, small forward. So that's not bad, you know. 6'8" shooting guard. I think he'll be one of the more affordable invincibles as well. Even though obviously with these packs they are gonna have guaranteed GOAT toppers, basically kind of like how we already have in the pack markets. And like I said earlier, you want to be big brain because at the moment, yeah, you could pay $100 for a guaranteed GOAT player, which obviously don't. Don't do that. I don't think I need to tell you, but just a quick little reminder, you know, don't. You know, don't, okay? Just because, again, in the next 10 days, it could be this week, it could be this Friday. That's like the earliest we could see guaranteed GOAT packs. You know, at the latest, it's going to be at the beginning of Season 9. Yeah, Season 9 will be coming out. It's not going to be like your typical season. It's just going to be a season that 2K just has for the remainder of 25 until 2K26, obviously. So at the moment, you know, I would definitely just stay away from, you know, any packs until they do the guaranteed GOATs packs. I feel like 2K's kind of getting it. You know, they know that the community knows that it's coming, and so they're trying to add like a magic. They're trying to add, you know, the GOAT toppers. They're trying to get that money before everybody just starts going crazy with the guaranteed GOAT packs. Now, of course, there is that small little chance. I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a small chance that 2K could be like, hey, no guaranteed GOAT packs. That would be insane. That would be the ultimate stingy move that 2K would do. And, you know, this year it's something they could potentially do, but I don't think so. I think they're still going to drop, you know, guaranteed GOAT packs. And so right now, even though, you know, there's definitely some cheaper GOATs players, I believe Big O is the cheapest GOAT card. Even though, obviously, as more toppers come out and stuff like that, they get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And you're not going to see them for a buy now until, again, they do release the guaranteed regular GOATs packs. So at the moment, I definitely would not buy any player. Like, don't pick up a GOATs. Like, literally just save. Try to earn as much MT as you can. I know that's easier said than done, especially since, you know, this festival, there's no MT methods. The previous one, people walked away with like, what, 1.5 million? Almost 2 million. So if you still have that MT, you're looking good. On the no money spent accounts, I kind of went towards like, you know, the Ralph Sampson that I have. That's how I was able to get him. I decided to get him over the MT, which, you know, I don't regret. You know, this was definitely a big fat W, but if you did get all that MT in the previous events, you're going to be able to buy a lot of GO cards. And if you don't have MT, you know, sell those players, you know, get MT now because in the next 10 days, it's going to get really crazy. And so this is going to be the final, you know, week of Best of My Team Super Packs. But, you know, 2K is going to be releasing Season 8 Super Packs. And then after those, most likely we see the guaranteed GO packs. It could be before, it could be after. So even though they're done with this, you know, it doesn't mean anything. They're still gonna drop more. So it's just this theme, the Best of My Team. That's why they say final, but at least it's over. You know, a lot of people are happy about that because these kind of packs just kind of took over for the past like what 4 seasons. So I'm sure there's gonna be people that are gonna be happy about that. And 2K, if you're watching this video, make the final update for these a free box. Okay, I know you can do it. You know, you do it with these, so do it with this one. And so hopefully that does happen, guys. I'll be sure to keep you updated. In the meantime, definitely check out the No Money Spent series as well as the pack opening. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.